Today's topic is sleep, and it is a real problem for a lot of individuals. Certainly, you have the pharmaceuticals that'll knock you out. Negative side effects can be addictive. There are tons of things that you can do from a natural standpoint to aid in sleep. Melatonin is probably one of the most common. And melatonin is normally produced in your body by your pineal gland, and it's triggered by your eyesight. So if your eyes see it's getting dark outside, it sends a message to your pineal gland, it starts to secrete melatonin in your bloodstream, which allows you to relax, to go to sleep. Most of us don't produce enough of it, but melatonin is, I have some samples over here of different ones. You can get it in all kinds of different strengths. You can get it from as little as a milligram to as much as 10 milligrams per dose. Now, there's only two negatives that I'm aware of for melatonin. One of them, some of the people experience vivid dreams. And the other one, if you take too much melatonin, when you go to get up in the morning, you may be a little groggy, a little bit, but it shakes off very quickly. Just open the drapes and you see the sunshine, and it seems like it clears out pretty quick. So Solgar is one of them that has 10 milligrams. We have multiple different brands with that dose. In most people, the problem with is either difficulty falling asleep, difficulty staying asleep, or some people it's both. So what we have is we also have a time release form. So you can take it and it'll slowly release throughout the evening. And our recommendation is generally 45 minutes before you plan on going to sleep to take a melatonin or any kind of sleep aid for that matter. It gets in your system, gets an opportunity for you to be able to metabolize it and get it in. That this is a spray and it's a small dose. So for people who end up waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, they can't seem to find them way back to sleep, or 4 or something like that. This is a melatonin as well, but it's a lipoceutical delivery system. What that means is you spray it in your mouth and you kind of swish it around, keep it in there as long as you can, and it uses the capillaries and fats in your mouth to be able to absorb, so it gets in your bloodstream super fast, and this works very, very quickly. So, and this is, I think, 1.5 milligrams per pump of the spray. So I really like this one.
What is that?
This one is from Nature's Plus, and this is just straight melatonin, but it's the delivery system that makes the difference. And this one is called Tranquil Sleep. It's from Natural Factors. And it has 3 different ingredients in it, and all 3 of these things address different things. So one of them, it has melatonin, of course, we just talked about. It also has 5-HTP, which is 5-hydroxytryptophan. Your body converts that to tryptophan. So if you remember Thanksgiving time and you eat a lot of turkey and you get real tired and you have to take a nap, everyone takes a nap on Thanksgiving, don't they? So this is tryptophan, and it converts to tryptophan very quickly, and so it's a very good relaxant, allows you to sleep naturally. Tryptophan is an amino acid, which is one of the building blocks of protein, so it's very safe. I don't think, like anything, you wouldn't want to do a handful of them because it's just not necessary. The third ingredient is L-theanine. L-theanine is an amino acid as well, again, a building block of protein, but L-theanine is used for a busy brain. That's one of the problems I have. You got a lot of, work is on your head, or you got family things going on, and so it's really good for anxiety. It's really good for just having a busy brain where you can't shut your brain off when you go to bed. I really like this one. So it's all 3, and they have a soft gel, but they also have a chewable. This is a chewable. You chew it, half hour again, 40 minutes before you go to sleep. And it's the Velvet Hammer. I like this a lot. It makes you sleep, and they actually taste decent too. So that's an added bonus. And there's also another compound, this is another amino acid, called GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid. This is used a lot for, it affects the central nervous system, and it allows you to calm your, for nerves or anxiety. This works well for that as well. We'll talk about herbs too. I mean, there's a lot of herbs that have a sedative effect. You've got valerian, hops, passion flower, and you can find those in various different, you can buy them all individually, you can get them in combination, and there's one downside that I have seen with taking herbs from a sleep standpoint. The big one is if you're used to getting really good results with 2 and you continue to take 2 a night for a period of time, you'll find that 2 doesn't work that well anymore after a period of time. So then you go to 3 and then you go to 4. So your body kind of picks up an intolerance or resistance to herbs. So I like, if someone wants to go the herb route, you do one, let it run its course. When you find you have to, you're not getting the same desired effect, set that one aside and get one of the other ones. And when you decide to go back to the valerian, for example, it'll work just like it did the first time. So you got to rotate those the herbs in and out of your diet. You don't have to do that with the amino acid base. You don't have to do that with melatonin. So any one of those or all of those would be great for anybody who has any kind of sleep disorder. And it'll help you relax and be safe and not have to worry about side effects.